Welcome back to Twintero. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we're going to talk about...
We're going to talk about the Democrats now.
Yes.
So we just did a reading on the GOP and how the GOP voters' mood is after the recent events with the Supreme Court and the debates. And how's that energy now, and how's that going to look at in November after the election? So now we're going to do the same with the Democrats.
Right. With probably a lot less pontification.
Oh, God. I apologize for the rant in the GOP one.
Took a 20-minute video, made a 30-minute video out of it.
Yeah, there wasn't so much snark as there was ranting going on that one.
Okay, let's see. Entertainment purposes only. Let's see how the sky is falling, Chicken Little. What's the Democrats' mood right now, given the Supreme Court rulings on Trump as well as Biden's performance? Hey, there we go. Page of Pentacles. There's this mood of... were we foolish in supporting Biden? Where there's a lot of self-doubt here. And right now it's kind of like trying to find your values again. And finding that spark to, maybe not everything is lost, but it could also be a new beginning of values.
Yeah, the way I kind of take that is we're looking at Grandpa. And it's just like, we got to take care of Grandpa here because he's obviously wasn't feeling well, and he's had a couple of setbacks, and we need to look out for him and take care of him.
The other thing is that with the Supreme Court ruling, it's really simplified the decision.
Yes.
You might we're going to lift it up here. You might be an AOC progressive. You might think like you don't want Nancy Pelosi and the corporate Dems telling you what to do or how to do it. But right now, the election is no longer about anything along those lines. It's not a purity test anymore. It really is down to who do you want to be president? Do you want Donald Trump to be president with king-like powers or somebody else?
Yeah.
And the most likely somebody else is Joe Biden.
Yes. How much do you like democracy? I think that's what it comes down to. That's really the only campaign issue at this point. Do you want a democracy or a dictatorship?
Right. And, if you decide, I'm going to vote Green Party, well, that's great.
That's a vote for dictatorship.
That's a vote for dictatorship because it's not, right now you've got two votes. You've got to vote for Biden and you've got to vote for Trump. If you vote Libertarian, that's a vote for dictatorship. If you've got to vote for the Green Party, that's a vote for dictatorship.
Yeah, right now it's we don't get us wrong. We understand, we get it. There are certain values you have that these parties represent, but at the end of the day, you can vote for dictatorship or you can vote for democracy.
Because it's either Biden's going to win or Trump's going to win.
Yeah,
and how you vote is basically how this country is going to go.
Just remember, we're all in this together.
Yes. Okay. Messaging. Things change. The values. Things changing quickly with the Democrats and the messaging that's coming out. To say that the Democratic Party has been in turmoil would be an understatement, and a whole lot of disappointment going on here.
Yep.
Biden's debate performance, and I don't mean to harp on it, but it's what's feeding the energy right now. Was disappointing. It's not all lost, but he didn't do well. Generally speaking, he did well as far as debating. He told the folks the good stuff that he did, but the problem was it was a Trump rally filled with lies and yelling, and he wasn't able to adjust.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good. He was overprepared, and he was tired from all his jet travel for international travel he was doing.
And the media, God, I was looking up stories on this. I've taken CNN off of my my pinned bookmarks of things that I go to visit. I did go to CNN just to see what the headlines were, but just immediately went off it. I've been surprised by AP News and Reuters with some of the headlines they've had, because generally speaking, they don't have a lot of hyperbolic adjectives in there. But they're covering, Democrats wondering if they're going to replace Biden with Kamala Harris. So it's almost like this event, it's just one debate, has grown a life of its own. And the media is spreading that message to folks. But in the end of the day, things are changing quickly. What are going to be your values? Yeah, we're not happy, and we're certainly not happy with how the Supreme Court ruled.
Yeah, exactly.
This is, but the Supreme Court's already knocked over Roe v. Wade. They've gotten rid of the Chevron ruling. They've done another one that was abysmal that I'm forgetting right now. Gay marriage and mixed racial marriage are the next cups to be knocked down here. So the election, on the bright side, the election's just been simplified.
Yep.
In the past, you had the Knight of Pentacles. Biden was, we were right in with Biden. Mm-hmm. He had our votes. He had our imagination. He was suitable. Again, some people want progressives and stuff like that. I get that, but right now, Biden got things moving.
Yeah,
but his debate performance diminished him.
Yeah. Current energy.
Current energy is the Four of Wands. Now we need to choose. Are we bringing a new candidate in, or are we sticking with the person who brought us to the party?
Yeah.
If you're gonna, you came to the wedding with one guy, it's kind of tacky to leave the wedding with somebody else.
Yes, indeed.
Talk to the bridegroom about that.
Yeah. The bridegroom especially, it'd be very tacky for them to leave with somebody else.
But it's been known to happen. The overarching energy is the King of Wands. It's decision time. And you have to make mature choices. You can't, again, all these action cards here, actions and coins. You're going to have to make a choice. What do you want? Because the choice is, it's not a King of Swords, which would be very black and white, but how are you going to deal with this setback? Because right now it's a setback, but it's more of an emotional setback.
Yes.
There's no damage done. The one fellow, Lichtman, I believe his name is, who's predicted like 9 out of the last 10 elections or something along those lines, he has his little metrics with which he measures the presidential candidates, and the person with the most points is going to be the one who wins. Debate performance is not on his metrics because there's no correlation between debate performances and election results. Mm-hmm. The lesson to be learned is the Wheel of Fortune. We are, however, the creators of our own reality. Free will. If you want Kamala Harris or Pete Buttigieg or Gavin Newsom to be your new presidential candidate, you've got the choice to do that.
Yeah.
The problem is Mike Johnson wants Joe Biden 25th Amendmented out. Now, I'm going to ask you, when's the last time Mike Johnson did anything that you thought, wow, that what a guy. He's really doing something in the interest of Democrats and democracy.
He's thinking about the Democrats' best interest,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that ain't happening. Why would Mike Johnson want him out? A couple weeks ago, I did a reading on Michelle Obama for president. And the reason why I did that was because, Marjorie Taylor Greene or Ted Cruz or some other people who you would not expect to be big Michelle Obama fans were touting Michelle Obama as a potential presidential replacement for Joe Biden. It didn't make any sense at that time. Now, what I'm seeing here is with that part was kind of preempt. They were trying to stir some crap up there. But with Biden not doing well on that debate, now it's like, oh, yeah, Michelle Obama. Oh, yeah, Kamala Harris. What do those women have in common? They're strong, black women. What do you think you would need to motivate the MAGA base more than Hillary Clinton to get out there? I mean, they didn't like Hillary because she's a woman and a Clinton.
Yeah.
Now, you throw race into the mix?
Ooh,
oh, Lordy. Grab my pearls and clutch them.
I have that.
That's the reason why I'm upset with what happened with Biden and the lack of preparation and how embarrassing that was. But I'm not throwing him out with the bathwater. He's our best bet for re-election. Period.
Full stop.
Full stop. The outcome was the Queen of Pentacles. Making your choices. Here we go. We go from the Page of Pentacles. We had the Knight, the Page. Guess who's been upgraded to the Queen? Biden started off, his value started off as the Knight of Pentacles. After his performance at the Supreme Court, he got diminished to a Page. But after everything that we're going to go through, he's up to the Queen of Pentacles. So he's actually progressing. This is, in a weird way, the This was one step backwards to allow for two steps forward. They attacked Grandpa.
Yeah.
People are rallying around Grandpa. You know, we can be critical of him, but you sure as hell can't be critical of him. And if he bothers you that much, then we're going to get around him and show our loyalty and devotion to this guy.
Yeah. It was definitely. I don't think I'm
taken for granted is what's coming to mind.
Nah, it's just we were all disappointed with his performance.
Yeah.
And then we licked our wounds, and then it's just like we have to close ranks on this man.
Yeah.
He's our president. I mean, you can't let one bad debate undermine all the good that he's done over the last 3.5 years. If you look at what he's done, he's done really a lot of great things, especially with 2 years with a really crappy House of Representatives.
And we've been, and I was saying with the taking for granted, we've been taking it for granted.
Yep.
And just taking it for granted that reasonable people would vote for him, and taking it for granted that he's 81 years old and he will always be rock solid. And when he faltered, you watched the sharks move in.
Yeah.
And that all of a sudden got you alarmed because it's like, wait, first disgusted, but when you saw the sharks moving in, oh no, you're not moving in on this is our guy. Fuck you.
Yeah, and it also gets to the
and he's not really our guy, because we don't have a guy. Donald Trump is MAGA's guy.
Yeah.
No Donald Trump, no MAGA. Joe Biden, it doesn't matter. If Joe Biden didn't run, Bernie would have been fine. There's a bunch of Democrats that would have been fine. But right now, he's going to be our candidate to represent Democrats in the upcoming election.
Yep. Represent the Constitution
and amongst other
democracy
things.
of the upcoming election. But yeah, it's close ranks. And it's just really funny because we're all clutching our pearls and sweating over a bad debate performance. Yet here's the other guy with 34 criminal convictions, federal criminal convictions, and the Republicans are like, "Yep, that's our boy.
Yep.
That's our man.
We're sticking with them."
Yeah, it's like if there's anyone that should be doing some soul searching, it's the right side of the political parties. Yeah. But they clearly don't care.
If Trump had performed badly in that debate, they wouldn't have cared. Totally irrelevant to him.
So now, how are the Democrats going to feel after the November election?
Yeah, let's see how the Democrats feel post.
Let the sun shine.
Well, isn't this the same card that came out?
It is the same one as the Republicans. Yes.
Right. So if you didn't watch the Republican one, go back and watch that one. But spoiler alert!
Yeah, same
this is the card that came out. The truth will be revealed. Knight of Pentacles. The values that we valued in Biden in the past are the values that we're getting going forward. And there's great relief.
Yes.
Literally, people dancing in the streets, but almost crying in joy. Not because Biden's your guy. Not because it's like, wow, Biden really inspires me. It's like, bullet dodged.
Yeah, exactly.
There is so much stress that's going on. That'll be going on over summer long. But this can also be enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Just unbridled enthusiasm. It's kind of like if you were having a tug of war, and right now you got your hands are burned and you're tired, and the opponents are starting to pull. One of the first couple of your pullers fell into the mud, and you're upset that they got in the mud, and you're going to lose, and this is terrible, and we need a different tug of war captain. What's going to happen is you're going to, the other side's going to get a little cocky, and you're going to start pulling in, and momentum's going to build, and it's going to be literally like pouring it on, pour it on, more, because maybe it's not just taking over the presidency or maintaining the presidency and taking over all of Congress, but getting yourself so close to a supermajority that you can actually do things.
Yeah.
Pour it on. In the past, you got the Ten of Pentacles. This could be money, lineage, legacy. I think when Biden got attacked in the past as being an old man and he needs to be replaced. Again, the wagon circled around, and then the money started flowing. Mm-hmm. And money and energy are very similar vibes. As the money flows, the energy is flowing, and it starts flowing back to Biden. The current situation is the Page of Cups. It's kind of like it's like you've been gifted something. You know, you have such strong emotions. You almost don't know what to do with it. It's like, wow, we've got Biden in here with a majority in Congress again.
Yeah.
It's like, what are the possibilities that we can do with this? Mm-hmm. If you can stay united, you can get a lot of stuff done. The overarching energy is the Page of Wands. It's a new beginning. It's Teddy Roosevelt going out and exploring the world. You can start doing things that you've not been able to do before. If you can get this emotion up and get Biden in there with, a filibuster-proof Senate, you can change things. Biden's also got the ability to change things. Yeah. And he's finally been given the tools that he needs. The lesson to be learned is the Six of Cups. The Red Cats have given... No, it's a gift. A gift has been given. And it's time to take advantage of that gift. Do not be naive. Do not get complacent with this. There's a lot of work to do. But bullet's been dodged. Outcome is the Emperor. And since Joe Biden is now a king, he can now declare himself president for life.
Yeah.
And arrest all his political opponents and send them to Guantanamo Bay for waterboarding, not for information, but just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Entertainment
purposes only. No, Biden's back in charge. And he's in charge with a majority in the House and a majority in the Senate, to the point where he can actually do things. Things can get done.
But we got to get out there and vote to make it happen.
Yes. Lastly, what's the spiritual lesson for the Democratic voters?
Yes.
From this time?
Yeah, this is a much more uplifting video than the Republican one.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much ranting going on in this one.
It's okay. Yeah. Go plan a vacation.
Exactly.
It's like planning a vacation.
We better make sure the Republican one comes out first, because we're going to throw all these references out. They're not going to understand what the hell.
You gotta watch the previous one and we have a history.
Well, you gotta watch the Republican one. Hopefully, it's the one that's previous to this.
Yes. All right. So here we go. What's the lesson to be learned for the Democrats? 8 of Cups. To me, it's like you have to know when to walk away.
No one to hold him, no one to fold him.
Exactly. I was going to hit you with the Kenny Rogers references there, but Gary went ahead and...
That's how we work, folks.
Some folks are ready to walk away from Biden after the debate.
Yep.
And sometimes you just got to stick by your guns. Oh, God. Whew, that's interesting.
Boy, there's some real tough lessons that the Democrats had to learn.
You know who Biden is. You know the man. You know his values. But there was this... He didn't... he disappointed us.
He let us down.
But does that mean you walk away from it? Central underneath is the Two of Wands. He let you down. So what do? You look towards the rematch. There's another debate that's coming up. He's got to be prepared. Do you just walk away from somebody because they had a disappointing performance? His performance in the debates does not change the man who he was. Underneath it all, he's still the same guy.
Yeah.
He just had a bad debate. Yeah, we're disappointed. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things going on. But what's the alternative?
Yep.
If you walk away from this guy goes back up to the top.
Yep.
You don't want that. And it's funny because this card came up in the Republican one in this position.
Yeah.
You've let go of the dark thoughts. It's like, we'll bounce back from this one. Yeah, this was disappointing. Yeah, we got dark thoughts. Did we pick the right guy? Yeah, you did. he was the right guy. Don't walk away. Don't be so quick to walk away from your team. Don't be a fair weather fan. You may not be a big Biden supporter. Again, Trump is got a cult of personality, and folks just root for him because he's Trump, and they're unshakable in their faith. The Democrats are way more shakable in their faith. But you know what? Did people walk away from Obama when Obama apparently bombed his first debate? No. Was he still the same guy before the debate and after the debate? Even if he had a bad debate? Yeah, he was. Then Biden's the same way. So give him the same respect.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I had almost the same exact feel from the read that you did.
Go figure, twins.
I know. Because what I was looking at was, basically we were emotionally let down, and there was definitely a feeling of moving away from that with the sorrow card, because we were just sad about that performance, and Trump's going to win, and you got a choice. You've got the two wands. It's about choices, and looking at your alternatives, and you've got alternative. You could either stick with Biden, ride with Biden, or you can let Trump have it. And I think all of us, and I mean all of us, give us a thumbs up if you agree, would rather have Biden up there than Trump. We don't want another 4 years of that man.
No, sirree.
And I know I've talked to other people who are Republicans, friends of ours. Some of these guys, I was stunned, were saying Trump is nuts and there is no way that I'm voting for him. And we've had this core group of friends since we were in kindergarten, first, second grade, and two of the guys that are more conservative than most.
God, whether that could be.
Yeah, I talked to one of them, and he's like, Trump's crazy. There is no way I'm voting for him. Now, do I believe he might have voted for him before? Hell yes, I know he did. He didn't say it, but I just know he did. Yeah. But he ain't voting for him this time. And, we've got a lot of Republican women voters out there. My wife is a Democrat, but as she gets older, she admits she's becoming more and more Republican. But even she looks at what's been going on with reproductive rights, and we've got 2 daughters and a son. And we don't want a situation where they don't have a choice if they want to have a family or not. And so she's definitely riding with Biden. So it's the Democrats, yeah, we were disappointed, but if you look at what your choice is and what your alternative is, there's only one choice.
Yeah.
And that's voting for the Constitution and voting for our personal freedoms. We could fight in 2028, we can fight over the political parties again, hopefully like we used to fight back in the good old days.
Right.
But right now, this is serious crap, and we need to vote for the Constitution.
I will throw one thing out there. It's not that people become more Republican. It's that their social flexibility you have a social mindset, and usually it's not like a pin on a timeline, but it can be. That's a decent analogy. I'm here, boink.
Yeah.
And society tends to get more liberal over time. So although your values haven't changed, the timeline starts moving, and your viewpoints in your teens or early 20s might be quite liberal, but by the time you're 60 or 70 or 80 years old, they're now conservative. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to come up with any good analogies these days, because the Conservative Party said, no, we don't like that. We want to constrict. Let's undo all the stuff that we've had the last 50 or so years, because we don't like that. And we're going to keep going backwards, and they will keep going backwards.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be happy until we're back in the 1800s, so...
BC or AC or AD?
I'm going to take the fifth on that one.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video and supporting our channel. I appreciate it.
Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I will respond to as many as I can. I expect a lot better comments on this one, more positive comments and energy on this one versus the GOP one.
That we got on the GOP one.
Where David goes on a good 8-minute rant. It was glorious.
Preach on, brother. All right. We'll catch you on the next video.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.